So this is the tutorial for a move of mine which I'm going to, oh my god, that was Damien. Hello! Which I'm going to call seatbelt, and just so you all know, the reason I'm naming it seatbelt is because a seatbelt thing randomly appeared in my post yesterday for me and I have no idea where it came from. Moving on! So this move is kind of more like a closer than an actual flourish. It's just a really short little flourish that feels awesome to do in the hands, but you can also sort of add it onto the end of other moves. Let's get into the how, the who, the what, the where and the why of this flourish. So I'm going to start in a straddle grip in my triangle. In my left hand, my little finger on the bottom, my first finger on the top, I've got my thumb on the left, these two fingers on the right because they have nowhere else to be, and the deck's just sort of raised up like this. You can see that's a pretty standard grip. So I'm going to come over from here with my right hand and just hug the deck. I'm going to have my thumb at the bottom there, my little finger at the top right, so I've sort of got my thumb on the left of that little finger, my pinky finger at the top right of the deck here. From here I'm going to split into the Z shape, which is just a nice comfortable opening for any decent flourish. So I break up about 2/3 of the deck to half, it doesn't really matter, a good chunk with my thumb at the back against my first finger, and then my little finger on the top will split this top packet roughly in half again, so I've got this Z shape. We've all seen that before. From here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to stretch my hand out like this, and I'm going to transfer this middle packet. Instead of my first finger holding it, I'm going to move my thumb round, and I'll just let this bottom packet just sort of drop into my hand, don't worry about it. Thumb come round and take that packet there at the top, so it's now supported in between my two thumbs. I move my first hand out when I get to about here, and my first finger will stay just there, sort of on that edge, just to help sort of support and guide that pack. So I'm going to stretch out, and my first finger is going to go to the bottom of this packet on the right, like that, and take it away from my thumb. So I've now got this packet straddled at top and bottom in between the little finger and first finger on my right hand, the middle packet on my two thumbs. Okay, I'll go over that again in a second, but let's just carry on. So from here, I'm going to do this movement where I flip everything upside down around my thumb, and that's why I have to hold on to this packet with my first finger there, because it would just be a bit awkward. You can do it, but your first finger just sort of, you can almost squeeze between your first finger and your thumb and just give it just a little bit more support as you turn your hand over. So let's just go over that again. Oh god, just so you can see it. It's sort of easier, it's one of the things that's easier to do quicker than slowly. The momentum sort of helps everything go round better, so I'll just try and show you guys here. So my thumb comes over, my first finger on the top there, my first finger takes this pack, and I turn my hands upside down. So now I've got this kind of shape. From here, the next move is really easy. All I do is I basically drop this packet, which I'm holding in my left hand, onto the packet that's in my right hand. Just like that, I just slide it on there, and it will rest, it'll bump into my first finger. So if I just go over this, and then I just push that packet down when I'm upside down, I just push it, bosh, onto my first finger. Easy peasy. Let's just go over that again. I think as well it was harder for me to show when I was just doing the slow tutorial, but the actual position of where my first finger takes this top packet when I end up in this grip is quite far out in the flourish, so it looks like this. I transfer over, I come right out like this, so the packets are, you know, perpendicular to each other. I take it then with my first finger, and then I move around, curl my hand around as I turn my left hand upside down, like that. Hopefully you guys can see that. So from there, this packet is in this kind of grip, just sat in my hand. It can be like that, oh god, like that, or I seem to have my fingers curl underneath it, so I have a bit of pressure in between my first finger and my little finger, so when I turn upside down I don't just drop it straight on the floor. So I come round, well, that's actually how I'm holding it. I've got that, that's my grip. So it's first finger on the top, second finger on the side, and I'm just squeezing it between my middle finger and the palm of my hand just to give it the grip I need to have it upside down. Nothing too hard. I come round and I'm pushing with my first finger to push that packet onto there. Okay. From here, I've now got this pack in a like an upside down straddle grip in between my pinky, my first finger on the top, and this packet's against my thumb. What I do from here is I turn my hand basically just up the right way again. But oh god, this is so hard to do. As I'm doing it, I curl my hand over my thumb down, so this bottom packet turns, you know, back over the wrong way to it, and I've got it there with my thumb and first finger at the bottom. So I go down like that, I turn my hand over, I then lift up my pinky fingers, and I'm just holding this packet in between my first finger and my thumb like that, and I flop this packet back up onto it, and then I just curl against the palm of my hand and my first finger forward like that and over my thumb to finish. Okay, so I'll just go over that one more time pretty slowly for you guys, but there's nothing too hard with that. It's a fairly straightforward flourish, but it just feels really nice. I was inspired by Crawl, the move. I loved that, the way he sort of had that, ooh, that curly upside downness, and I wanted to do sort of something similar to that. So open up in a Z grip, thumb takes it, the first finger, with this first finger holding that to balance. I go around, drop that packet onto it, back up the right way, close, and over my thumb. So hopefully there was everything in there that you guys needed to see to learn that. We'll do a couple of slow-mo shots from some different angles in case there's something you missed or need to see from a different camera angle. My name is Beau. Thank you very much for coming to Damien's channel to watch my video on his channel, so it's just everybody's getting happy. These are the mandalas. You should buy them. Mint cards. What? You can follow me on Instagram, YouTube. All the links are in the bios. I know Damien knows his stuff. Subscribe to his channel for more flourish tutorials coming soon. Thank you for watching, and here's some slow-mo videos. Peace out.